Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Halimahthebird. This is the first time you are visiting. You are most welcome. Here I do a lot of movie reviews, movie conversations, lifestyle vlogs, and you get to meet me more. And if you're regular already, thank you for coming back and thank you for sticking with me, guys. So we're gonna just jumping into the video for today. Today we are going to be talking about Kaleidoscope. It is a Netflix series, limited series that came out on the 1st of January. They said, starting this new year, we're gonna jump you guys right into a heist series. And I've actually been anticipating this series for a while because I saw it some months back where they said it's going to be a series where you can watch in any order. So I'm like, okay, let's see what they got for us. And I was actually super excited. Like when it dropped, I just shared it on my WhatsApp. I'm like, guys, gonna watch this series, even when I had not even watched past one episode, guys. So yeah, let's talk about everything Kaleidoscope in this video. So guys, Kaleidoscope was created by Eric Garcia, and it is a series that talks about a very famous thief. Well, not very famous, but I mean he was famous for being a thief, who had served time for so many years and now is planning the biggest heist of the century. The heist, they are supposed to go and rob a top security company. It's supposed to be the most secure security company in the US at the time, in the movie, right? So this movie starts from, or should I say, it dates back to like 24 years before the heist and to 6 months after the heist. So that's the period in which you're going to be watching the series. Now, this series relies heavily on flashbacks and story within story and all of that, because in some episode we will see that there is 24 years before the heist. Another episode we will see 6 months before the heist. Another episode we'll be seeing maybe 6 months after the heist, or 6 weeks. There's like different time frames for each episode. Now let me now give you like the inside story as to why they said you can watch it in any order. So, from the meaning of the word kaleidoscope, I'm going to be reading it for you guys because I could not cram anything. Kaleidoscope is an instrument containing loose bits of colored materials between two flat plates and two plane mirrors, so placed that change of position of the bits of material are reflected in an endless variety of patterns. Basically, it deals with their colors. Please, I'm going to share a picture of what a kaleidoscope looks like and what's the cover art of this film, or this series rather, what it looks like, so you get like an inside picture of what we're talking about. Yes, so basically it deals with different colors, and when they are placed in, they could change their patterns, and probably it would still make sense and all of that. So yeah, in this movie each episode is named by color. We have, let me just read them out in the order in which I watched them. So the first episode is black. That's just a 1 minute video. It's like an introduction into what the movie is. Then the order in which you see it on Netflix is yellow, green, blue, orange, violet, red, pink, and white. Now I watched it in that order because I wanted to see what did they actually achieve with the order they arranged it in. And I'm going to watch it in another order. I was supposed to do it for this video, but I could not just wait. I wanted to just let everything out. Whichever order you decide to watch this movie, make sure that you're watching white last. Because I feel like the moment you watch white, every thrill you're supposed to feel ends. It feels like an ending. So if you watch white in the middle, and then I don't know. I mean, everybody is entitled to how they want to experience the movie. That's the whole idea of you can watch it in any order. But I just feel personally that if you want to enjoy it, you can watch any of the other episodes in any order, but you should watch white last. Yeah. The story, it revolves around Leo Pap. He is a known thief, and he's planning the biggest heist. So yeah, I mean, the normal heist story, he has bring together people that would make up his team, and they would make a plan and go into the company and rob them of the bonds they want to rob. They want to collect. So the bonds belong to three people. They call them the triplets. The triplets are very powerful, very rich people, and they wanted to wash their money because that money is not clean. So they were looking for a way to get their money out, and not knowing to them that somebody else was planning to even rob them of the money. So yeah, the movie dates back to 24 years before, so we get to know how Leo Pap himself meets each character, how they become a part of his life, or how he gets to bring his team together. So we see that he met Stan when he was in prison. He has known Eva since when she was in law school. Stan and Judy, they were lovers. Judy married Bob. Basically that's how they got to meet everybody and how they became a team. What do you need for ice? You need someone a safe cracker, the mastermind, the one who can mix chemicals and blow up things, the one who can drive, basically all of those people, that's what they need, and that's what they got together to, bring up their team. So yeah, we the progression of the story, we also meet Leo Pap's, I mean, well, it depends on how you watch it, like I said again. You meet Leo Pap's daughter, how she contributes to the whole story, how they actually progress in the journey of the heist, how the heist went, maybe it was successful or not, and what was the outcome of it, what happened after the heist. So yeah, I'm not going to be giving spoilers because not everybody has seen this movie. I want you guys to watch. That's why I'm telling you guys this story. So yeah, that's basically what we are going to be you are expected to see in the movie. Now, I want to add that do not have like super high expectations of what you're going to see as regarding story, because personally I feel like it is just like every other heist movie, right? It doesn't have one spectacular feature that makes it stand out. It is quite predictable, to a reasonable extent, though there are some element of thrill you get in some episodes that are not so interesting. I found them a little boring, but in general it was a good movie because I enjoyed it. The characters, I feel like they did justice to the movie, because they took what they had and they made something out of it. The plot progression now, I think this is going to be a tricky thing to talk about, considering the fact that they say you can watch it in any order. But let me talk about the order in which I watched it. I think that is a very good way to enjoy it, because how I started watching was, let me read it out for you, because I had to write everything down so I don't forget. So the first episode I watched was 6 weeks before the heist. So they were already planning the heist. All of them had come together, and were already discussing how they were going to make it work. So yeah, that was how we started. Um, they had a smaller heist in that episode where they went to steal diamonds and all of that, so they could use that money to fund the bigger heist. Then I watched the green episode. That was 7 years before the heist. Now Leo was in prison. That was where he met Stan and all of that. So yeah, after I had watched the yellow, I was already introduced to all the characters, and now 7 years before the heist, I get to understand, okay, this is how Stan came into the picture. This is how Judy came into the picture, because in that same episode I already met Judy, Stan, Eva, and Bob. Yeah, so that episode we get to meet majority of the people we are meeting in the first episode that I watched, Yellow. Then I watched the orange episode, which is now 3 weeks before the eye. So I have worked six weeks. I understand after 6 weeks that 7 years before the eyes, this is how some of these people met. And now 3 weeks, they're planning the eyes begin. So it's like we are in the present. They do a little bit of flashback in episode 2, and then back to the present in episode 3. That was how it was for me. 3 weeks before the ice, their plan still felt very shitty, like they did not have things figured out. And also I'm like, can this plan work? Is this ice going to be successful? And all of that. Then in the next episode that I watched, it is 24 years before the ice. Now this is the Violet episode, and now because I'm wondering, why exactly does this man want to rob this? I understand he's a thief, but is there any other motive? Why is it this particular company that he wants to rob? So 24 years before the heist is the episode where we get to understand why. So that's why I said that there isn't so much, like, because when you feel like something is a puzzle for you, so the next episode they already solved it for you. So it's not, there's nothing hidden. Do you get? I think that's the word I want to use. There's nothing hidden. Everything is in plain sight. So 24 years before the heist. Now we understand the background story as to why Leo wanted to rob Roger Salas, right? You know, what is their history, because it seemed personal. So we want to understand what is their history. Because if you also notice, if you've watched it, in the 3 weeks before the heist episode, we noticed that Leo was trying to make moves to meet with Roger, or see him, and he was really angry. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, 24 years before, now we understand why you know Leo is the way he is with Roger. Red episode is where we see the morning after the heist, what happened. Now we're confused. I think this was one of the most exciting episodes for me. The morning after episode and the heist itself. I think these were the episode. Oh, and then the Violet episode where we went 24 years back. Those were like my favorite episode. Red, white, and violet. So in the red episode, it's a morning after the heist. We see that everybody is confused. What happened? Where is what they went to steal? Where is everybody else? Like, now we're anticipating, okay, what happened on the morning of the heist? Do you get? So if you watch the red and you now jump to watch white, then you understand what happened in the morning of this. I feel like you're going to just be like, okay, that's the end. So every other episode might not really matter to you. That's why I said watch the white last. You guys get it now. I felt like the tree wasn't so much for me because I could predict. I like it when I cannot predict the movies that much. Like, I do not see it coming, but in most cases I can. So anyways, yeah, that was that. So for the old, you can watch it in any order. It is true, but I feel like they sold that movie so much on that you will feel like every independent episode was like a wow. But they were very much reliant on each other in the end. So yeah, I didn't find that so fascinating. Some of the things I enjoyed very well about it was the way they expressed greed. I think greed was one major theme in the movie that they explored for almost all the characters, or many of the characters. There was greed for many of them, and we saw how it damaged a lot of things. Which we saw how it built up a lot of anger, it built up a lot of hatred. I feel like it was even greed that greed and betrayal, those were like the basis of this whole movie. So yeah, I did enjoy that. I enjoyed watching the cast. I think they did very, very well. I mean, many times I feel like American actors always like do pretty well. It's mostly maybe the storyline that fucks them up or something. But yeah, the story was a very straightforward heist story. It doesn't have any element of you know or maybe it doesn't have so much elements of thrill in it. It is enjoyable. It's a feel good story for me. Yeah, I didn't really see something so spectacular about it. Maybe because I was expecting so much, so that's why my expectations were a little dashed. Yeah, but in the end, it felt like the real aim of the movie was not achieved to me. Or maybe it was achieved because it was supposed to be a feel good story, but I don't know, something just felt missing in all of it for me. It felt like I was supposed to feel something and I did not get to feel it, you know? And the moment of realization that, oh, so this is what actually happened, I'm like, so what's all this for? Like, how did you just let everything go like that? Like, hello, are you making sense? Are you sure you're making sense? Yeah, so like that was just some type that just made me feel some type of way about it all. But yeah, it was a really good movie. The cast, we had Leo, who is the mastermind of the whole theft. We have Judy, who is the chemist. We have Ava, she knows people, she has connections and stuff, and she's supposed to be a lawyer. We have Bob, who is a safe cracker. We have Stan. What does Stan do? Stan is a very good thief also. We have RJ is the driver. We have, I think that's majorly the team of the thieves. And then we have Roger Salas, who owns the company they wanted to steal from. We have Anna, who happens to be Leo's daughter. We have the detective. What's her name now? Abasi, Nejan Abasi. Yeah, or Najan, something like that. Sha. We have Najan Abasi, and yeah, that's pretty much what the cast is made up of. Then we have some of the other people here and there, Teresa, Stan's wife, and all of that. But yeah, those were the major faces in the movies. I think my favorite character would be young Anna, because I don't know, I really did not connect to many of the characters that much. I feel like they were just on the surface for me. There was no depth to many of them, and I felt like even the mastermind wasn't so much of a mastermind. Like even before I got to the end of the movie or the series, why do I call it movie? Of the show, it felt like it did not have things in control, though the iced episode made us realize, oh, they did have a lot of things in control. But that's that about that. Should you watch it? Definitely you should check it out. I'm gonna rate it a 6. It's not a bad watch. It's a feel good story. So yeah, guys, that is my review on Kaleidoscope. And I don't know, should I do an episodic breakdown, though that one would have spoilers, right? If you want to see an episodic breakdown of Kaleidoscope, tell me in the comment section below, so we can talk about, we can do it like four episodes each in 2 videos, or three, anyhow, sha. But let me know in the comment section if you would like to see an episodic breakdown of Kaleidoscope. And we're gonna do more details, because in this video I can't give spoilers. That's why I'm very limited in things I can say, because I don't want anybody to watch this video and not be able to enjoy the movie in its full sense. So yeah, guys, I have come to the end of this video, and if you did like it, please give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with people that you think should watch Kaleidoscope and you want to give them a reason to. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video.